Hi, my loves. Welcome. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Keep in mind it will not resonate with everyone, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't force it so that you don't become confused. If you're interested in a personal reading, the information for that is listed below. You could book your reading through my Etsy shop. I have a 10 for 20, a 20 for 30, and a 30 for 40. You could also text me at 971-354-9504. Gemini, there's like this irritating energy that's coming out. Like, I don't know if people are just making you really irritated or just things are going wrong, or maybe you had like one of those days where just things kept going wrong. It feels a little irritating. I think that's gonna pass, and as soon as you get over that little bump, I promise you that it's going to get so much easier. But I do feel a lot of irritation and maybe even a headache because of so much that's going on. It feels like it's one thing after another. Don't listen to it. I promise you, you're doing so good. So I have the energy of the Queen of Wands as the first card out. It could be dealing with a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. Cancer. I have the Chariot with the Magician. Some of you are manifesting a lot of trips. Maybe you were going on a trip, but then something happened on that trip. Be careful. Make sure you're prepared. I feel like make sure there's something about an extra charger or like an extra like battery. You know those like batteries that have energy on or whatever that charge your phone. There's something about having like an extra one of those. So I think you already have one, but I think you need to buy another one just in case. And then also like one of those adapters. I feel like you're going to another country. Maybe you're going by yourself. If you're taking a solo trip, make sure you learn as much as you can about wherever you're going and about where you can and cannot go. It's beautiful though. I think you're having a lot of fun though. You're excited, but there's also this like there's a lot of nervous energy. There's also, like, if you're waiting, there's a long line for TSA. So if you are going to be flying, make sure you get there a little bit earlier than you normally would. I think you're 100% going to make it, but just in case, you just want to be ready. I also feel like people around you are going to be really irritated. So if you're a strong empath and you're stuck in the airport, there's a lot of people that are irritated there. And just try your hardest not to take that energy in, or wherever you travel. Or maybe you are one of those people that when you stay at a hotel, you kind of feel your energy plus everybody else's. I'm one of those people. I feel my energy and then everybody else's energy that stays there. And so I try to sage the room before I do anything and try to clear the energy out. But sometimes it's hard because you can feel other people's dreams and you can feel other people's stuff. Yeah, it's interesting. It's intense. Maybe you're one of those people that struggles with that a little bit, and that's why you struggle when you travel, and that's why when you come back you sleep a lot. But I think you're gonna get the hang of it, I promise. Maybe you're getting out there again and you're traveling by yourself. There's something about doing it by yourself. 10 of Wands and 7 of Pentacles. But it feels like that. Like, what the fuck? I know this is what I wanted, but for some reason it's not going that way. There's a little bit of frustration. But you manifested it. You did it. Look at that part. Like, don't look at the other part, Gemini. I know that it's hard. There's a part of you that's like, why can't it just be the way that I thought it was going to be? I'm sorry. Tell me about the 10 of Wands. The Page of Cups. You might be meeting somebody on a trip too. You're like a hopeless romantic. So like you could, I don't know, spark up a conversation with someone like at the airport, or I think there's going to be something that pops up on you all of a sudden like that though. There's someone that's going to, they're going to come up to you. I can feel that. It's not going to be you coming up to them. I'm also picking up like Vegas for some reason. I'm getting, you know when you're sitting in the slots and you're kind of really into the game, but people approach you to tell you that you're like, oh, I like your outfit, or I like your this, or I like your that. I feel like that's going to happen a lot, or that's going to be happening, and then you might meet your person there, or you might meet someone while you're sitting somewhere kind of very focused in what you're doing. It could even be, and now I'm also seeing someone like at a Starbucks, like you're working on your stuff, and then all of a sudden someone tries to approach you and ask you questions, and I don't know. So just stay open. Like, if I feel like if the universe is telling you, hey, take your laptop and go work at the park. If you're single and you want to meet someone, go do that. Go do that. Or they're telling you, hey, go do this, or go work at Starbucks, or go, I don't know, go to the little cafe that's down the street, or whatever they're telling you to go, just go. Listen. Because I think that right now they're trying to place you like in exactly where you're supposed to be, in the right people. Because I think you've been asking for the right people to start entering your life, Gemini. You've been a little tired of having to carry most relationships, so now you're asking for someone that gives just as much. Because you're just tired of having to have your guard up and fight for everyone else. There might also be a relationship that you feel like you're kind of carrying, Gemini, that you feel you have to let go of so that you can move forward in a more easier, smoother direction. You feel like it's been a little bumpy and very rocky with this person. It's interesting though. When I saw Rocky, they showed me, you know, when you're trying to hike and it's nothing but rocks and you're trying but you keep slipping. That's what they keep showing me. And you like, yeah, the high priestess, that's your energy. There's like this knowing. You haven't been talking about it. Maybe you haven't let this person know either that that's what you've been thinking about, but there is an energy of, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about what we're doing, our happiness, what you're looking for, what I'm looking for, so that we can see if we are still in line with each other. Because it feels like perhaps maybe we moved into it very quickly. It feels like that energy, like we just kind of rushed it in and we didn't pay attention to what we were doing. And the devil, I was afraid, maybe you were afraid, either way we were both afraid. And it feels an energy like that, like we were both afraid. Like, can we just kind of see it for what it really was, that we both kind of ran into each other because of our fears, but it wasn't out of true love or true desire to be with each other. It was more, maybe both of you were just coming out of a very intense relationship and you two felt comfortable with each other, because when something feels familiar, it feels comfortable. And because somebody shares the same energy as you, it feels like, oh, you understand me. And what is love? Love is understanding. And when you feel understood, you feel loved. So it's confusing. I just think you need to kind of tell yourself like the truth of what this relationship is, though, or maybe you're already admitting it to yourself, but there's an energy of someone is still not choosing to see it like that. Somebody's still like, no, but we need to make it work. We've been putting in a lot of energy into this. We've been putting in a lot of time. How could you just throw it away like that? Like, don't you care about our connection? Don't you care about us? Don't you care about this? Yeah, of course you do. Yes, you care. It's just... there's just a lot. There's just a lot. You just recognize you need to be single, and maybe you rushed into a relationship right after a relationship. And I have the Nine of Pentacles here with the Hermit. Like, I wasn't over my last relationship. I wasn't over what was done to me, and I don't want to bring that over and punish you for it. Like, I think you could tell that there's still a lot of triggers that are hitting. You could have been connecting with the Virgo. This is very strong Virgo energy, but I do think that you feel like I just rushed it. I could tell that I rushed it, and I'm admitting to that. And I'm trying to work on my manifestation, and it's very hard for me to do both. For me to be here with you and try to go all into a relationship. I think there was an expectation that the relationship would kind of just like for example, if you were already in a long-term relationship, let's just say give or take 5-10 years, whatever, I feel like when you met this new person, you kind of had this idea that this person would just come in and it would feel the same, or it would feel like not much has changed, but it wasn't the same at all. And I don't think you, and I think there was a part of you that also realized, like, I don't want it to be that way anymore. So why am I trying to make someone come in and take that role when I don't even want that role in my life anymore? There's just like a big epiphany right here with the Tower, but it was like a fear that it was an epiphany that a lot of the actions that you were taking were fear-based, the devil. Then with the Nine of Pentacles and the Hermit, I just feel like you realize, like, I just need some time to myself. And if it's not to myself, then, like, I just want to travel on my own. I want to do this on my own. I want to venture on my own. I've never had that. Maybe whoever I'm reading for, you've had kids at a very early age, or you had, you've always taken care of someone. So there's a part of you that's like, I would like to take care of myself. That's it. I don't feel the need, I don't feel the desire to take care of anyone else's needs right now. And I think there's a part of you that knows and understands that's a little bit selfish, and that's why you're telling yourself, that's why I don't want to be in a relationship. So I get that it's being selfish, but I'm not being selfish towards anyone else because I'm not trying to hurt anyone. You know, your selfishness, if you're just going to do that, but you're not going to be in a relationship, it's not going to hurt anyone. If you're in a relationship and you're trying to be selfish, that's going to hurt people. You know what I mean? If you're trying to hold on to someone and have them deal with what you're going through right now, that's selfish. But you're not doing that. You're letting them go. And you're letting them go because you understand that where you are right now this isn't what you need. The Knight of Swords with the Knight of Wands. Just be careful, because you do have this energy of, I want to be single. So a lot of people that just want to be single and playing around are going to come towards you. If you can keep that energy going, have fun. You know, like, be careful. Don't fuck anybody you're going to regret or anything like that. But just have fun. Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. But I also have you in the Empress energy, so it's going to be very hard for anyone to actually get close to you. All right, I love you guys so much. Let me know if this resonated. I always love to know. Praise to the Most High for allowing me to be your messenger. We'll talk soon. Bye. Why is that